ancient Chinese silk was actually manufactured in India. This is how many people would respond to my statement. They would argue, China invented silk production. They would laugh at me and say that China manufactured and exported silk to Europe in ancient times using the famous Silk Road. Well, I have some really bad news for them, as also for the Chinese and the die-hard followers. The first ever scientific study to find out the geographical origin of ancient silk was conducted on pieces of silk found at Palmyra, an important trading junction on the Silk Road that connected Asia to Europe in ancient times. And guess what? Researchers discovered that pieces of silk found at Palmyra were actually made in India and not in China. Namaskar, my name is Ajay Sharma. Welcome to a new episode of the Kaafirnama. Before we get into the nature and the significance of the Palmyra silk study, let us try to understand how silk manufacture is different from other fabrics. Let's start with cotton. Cotton is a plant product made from the fluffy protective cases that envelop the seeds of the gossypium shrub, also called the cotton plant, while man-made and artificial fabrics are made using chemical processes. In contrast, silk is an animal product made from the protein fibers secreted by silkworm larvae while making their cocoons. Different silkworm species have been used through history to extract these protein fibers so as to make silk. Now, in layman lingo, the protein imprint of each of these silkworm species is different, much akin to a DNA. However, unlike us humans, the protein imprint is specific to an entire silkworm species and not to an individual silkworm. In effect, if you can find out the protein imprint by analyzing a piece of silk, you will immediately know which silkworm species was used to manufacture the silk. And that is precisely what the scientists set out to do on the pieces of silk found at Palmyra, using a process called protein mass spectrometry. And what did they find? That the silks found at Palmyra were made using Anthrea mylitta, the Indian tassar silkworm that is uniquely Indian in origin and was not used by the Chinese to make silk. Their conclusion thus was the Palmyra silks were made in India and not in China. What is the big significance of this finding? For one, the Chinese were not the sole manufacturers of silk in ancient times, and more importantly, ancient Indians were also manufacturing and exporting silk to Europe. But there is one more interesting question that comes up. Did the Chinese learn commercial silk making from India? Now, that would be pushing the results of this study too far into making an argument such as that. You would think I'm a madcap conspiracy theorist who's merely spinning the claim that ancient China learned commercial silk making secrets from India. Now, if that is so, please click on our other episodes in the series and be prepared to be shocked. But in this episode, what we really come to know through hard scientific research, that a lot of what passed off as ancient Chinese silk for 2000 plus years was most likely made in India. If you like this episode, please do like it and also share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel, The Kaafirnama, to get regular updates on new episodes and new series that we plan to launch every week. Jai Bharat.